All right, there we go. Part two is up and running, I suppose. Hang on, let me drink some water. Um, yeah, it's up. 93 subscribers again. I need to have a notification. I need to have it running somewhere else so I can know. Hang on. Hopefully this has something. This is my back. Nope, it's dead. Never mind. Okay. Let's start the stream. We continue the narration of the Webster's Dictionary until I reach 100 subscribers. Let me see if I can see my live my live subscriber count, because unfortunately that is not something I can see, which is unfortunate. So, like, someone tell me in the chat when I have 100 subscribers. I'd appreciate it. I really would. Yeah, no, we continue. Man, I didn't annotate. Where was I? Oh no. Well then. Let's do this thing. Anonymous. Nameless, of unknown name. Also of unknown or unavowed authorship. Actually, I should probably tell the live stream here. Stream. Alright, there you go. Boom. Okay. So why do I forget this stuff? So one more, an additional one, any or some other, anyone else, someone else, not the same, different. Answer, a reply to a charge, question, etc. Defense, also a correct or adequate reply. A responsive or retaliatory action. And any of certain social insects related to the bees or wasps. Antagonism. Opposition of action, mutual opposition of two forces. Antagonist, one who contends with another, especially in combat. Adversary, opponent. Antagonize, to contend with, oppose actively. Anteater, any of several mammals that feed largely or entirely on ants. Antelope, any of a group of graceful ruminant animals related to the oxen, sheep, and goats. Antenna, a movable organ of feeling on the head of insects and crustaceans. Feeler, a wires supported in the air for directly transmitting or receiving electric waves. Anthropology, the science of man, especially in relation to physical character, distribution, culture, etc. Anticipate, to do, take up, or deal with before another, preclude or prevent by prior action. Forestall, to take up, use, or introduce before the proper or normal time. Cause, to occur earlier or prematurely. Antidote, a remedy for poison, whatever tends to prevent or counterattack evil. Antique, old, antiquated, old-fashioned, anything very old, especially a relic or object of ancient art. Antiseptic, tending to prevent petrification, using antiseptics, an antiseptic substance. Antler, the entire horn or any branch of the horn of any animal of the deer family. Anxious, disquieted over a possible or impending ill, concerned or solicitous, especially as to a future or unknown thing, accompanied with or causing anxiety, worrying. Any one indifferently out of a number. One indiscriminately or of whatever kind or quantity, to any extent in any degree at all. Anybody, any person, anyhow, in any way or manner whatever, at any rate, in any event. Anything, any object, act, state, event, or fact, whatever, a thing of any kind. Anyway, at all, in any case. Anywhere, in any place. The aorta, the artery which carries the blood from the heart to all the body except the lungs. Apart, separately as to space or company, aside, separately as to purpose, use, character, etc., independently, aside, away, in two or more parts, asunder. Apologetic, defending by discourse of the nature of an apology. Apologize, to make an apology. Apology, something said or written by way of defense or justification, an acknowledgement intended as an atonement for an improper or injurious remark or act. Apostrophe, the mark used to indicate the possessive case. Appall, to overcome, depress, discourage with fear or horror, dismay. Apparatus, things provided as means to an end. A set of implements or utensils for a given work. A complex instrument or appliance mechanism. Apparel, dress, garb, raiment. Apparent, open to view, visible, clear, or manifest to the understanding, plain, evident, obvious, appearing as actual, seeming. Apparition, a preternatural, natural, or unexpected appearance, ghost, specter, phantom. Append, to attach as by string so as to suspend. To add as accessory, annex. Appendicitis, inflammatory or inflammation of the veniform appendix. Appendix, matter added to a book but not necessarily essential. An appendage, especially the vermiform appendix. Appetite, an inherent or habitual desire or propensity for some personal gratification of body or mind, craving, longing, desire for or relish of food or drink, hunger. Applaud, to express approbation loudly, emphatically, or significantly, to show approval of by clapping the hands, acclamation, etc. Apple, the fruit of an apple tree, obviously. Appliance, device. Applied, put to use, set of various sciences and distinguished from pure. Apply, to use for a particular purpose or in a particular case. Of devote. Appoint, to fix firmly, establish, to fix by decree, order, or mutual agreement, ordain. Appointment, designation of a person to hold an office. Apprehend, to arrest, to become conscious or sensible of. Apprentice, one bound to serve another for a certain time in consideration of instruction in an art or trade. To bind or indenture as an apprentice. Approach, to come or go near, draw nigh, approximate, also to make advances to. Appropriate, belonging, peculiarly, suitable, fit, proper, to take to oneself or to claim in exclusion of others, to assign to a specific person or use. Approve, to make proof of, demonstrate, to sanction, officially ratify, confirm, to regard as good, commend, to pass or judge favorably. Approximation, an approach to a correct estimate or conception. Apron, an article of a dress worn on the forepart of the body as a covering or to protect the clothes. Something like an apron. Apt, fit or suited, suitable, appropriate, ready, quick to learn, expert. Aptitude, natural or acquired capacity for a particular purpose or tendency to a particular action or effect. General fitness, adaptation, readiness and learning, aptness. Aqueduct. Any conduit for water, especially a large one. A structure for conveying a canal over a river or hollow. Arbitrate. To hear and decide or to act as arbitrator. Hence, to decide, determine. To submit to arbitration. Archery. Art or practice of shooting with a bow and arrows. Architect. A person skilled in architecture, one who plans and oversees the construction of buildings, etc. Architecture. An art or science of building, especially the purpose of civil life. Construction in general structures. Archives. A place for keeping public records. Public records. Public records. Did it 3 times. Area. Any plane surface. A particular extent of a surface region. Arena. Place of public contest, sphere of action. Argue. To offer reasons for or against something. Reason. To contend in argument, dispute, to debate, discuss, as to argue a case. To manifest by reasoning, prove. To persuade by reasons. Argument. A reason or reasons offered for or against something. Reasoning, discussion, debate. Arise. To ascend, rise, ark, a chest of or coffer. The vessel in which Noah and his family were preserved during the deluge. Hence, any place of refuge. Arm. To furnish with weapons. To cover with the strengthening or protective covering. To provide oneself with arms. A human upper limb, especially the part between shoulder and wrist. Something suggestive of an arm. A projecting part. Armful. As much as the arm or both arms can hold. Armpit. The hollow or pit beneath the junction of the arm and shoulder. Army. An organized body of men armed for war. A large body of persons organized to advance a cause. Aroma. The distinctive fragrance of substance. Agreeable odor. Arouse. To excite, to rouse. Arraign. Law. To call or set a prisoner at the bar of a court to answer an... 1 second. Yeah, my laptop's about to die. Or the thing that I'm using to stream is about to die. There we go. Okay. So, arouse. Did I say that? Sure, arouse. Let's go with that. To excite, to ruse. Arraign. Law, to call or set a prisoner at the bar of a court to answer an indictment. To call to account or accuse before any tribunal. Arrange. To put in proper order, dispose in the manner intended or best suited for the purpose. To adjust, settle, prepare. Array. To dispose in order as troops marshal draw up. To deck, dress. Arrest. To stop, check as to arrest decay, arrest the current of a river, or to take or keep in custody by authority of the law. To hold, catch, seize on, and fix the attention of, as a display arrested his attention. Effect of arresting. Arrival. Act of arriving. The person or thing arriving or that has arrived. Arrive. To come to the end of a journey, reach a destination, come upon the scene, to gain or compass an object or attain a state by effort, study, etc. Arrogant. Making or disposed to make exorbitant claims of rank, estimation, or importance, assuming haughty. Haughty. What? Whatever. Containing or marked with arrogance, arrow. The missile used with a bow, long slender shaft with the pointed head. Arson. The malicious burning of a building or other structure. Art. Skill in performance, knack. Human contrivance or ingenuity as in adapting natural things to a man's use. Artery. One of the tubular branching vessels which distribute the blood from the heart through the body. Artichoke. A certain tall plant of the aster family, also its edible flower head. Article. A clause in a contract, treaty, or the like. A literary composition forming an independent part of a periodical, encyclopedia, etc. Something considered by itself, also a thing of a particular class or kind, as an article of diet. Articulate. Joined, formed with joints, characterized by division into words and syllables spoken intelligibly. Artificial. Made or contrived as opposed to natural, feigned, fictitious. Ash, the earthy or mineral part of a combustible substance left after combustion. Fine lava thrown in a volcanic eruption. Ashamed. Affected by shame. Ashore. To or toward the shore, on the shore. I said shore way too many times. Aside. On or to one side. Out of the way. Apart. So as not to be heard by others. Privately, something spoken aside as an actor's remark, which the other players are supposed to not hear. Asinine. Asinine. Stupid. I'm quite asinine. Ask. To acquire of. Question. To request, solicit, as he asked for a drink. To demand, claim, or expect, as he asked for a higher price. Asparagus. One of the large genus of perennial plants, the tender shoots of one species, used as food. Asphalt. A brown to black bitumen used in paving. Aspirant. Aspiring, one who aspires. Aspire. To desire with eagerness, seek, long. To rise, tower, soar. Assay. Analysis as of an ore. To determine the amount of one or more component. Assemble. To collect into one place or body. To fit together the parts of, as a machine. To meet together, convene, congregate. Assent. To admit a thing as true, express agreement, acquiescence. Acquiescence, concur. Act of assenting, consent, acquiescence. Assert. To maintain or defend as a cause or a claim, vindicate or insist upon a claim or title to. To affirm. State positively. Assess. To fix the rate or amount of. To apportion in the nature of tax, fine, etc. Assiduous. Constant in application or attention, devoted. Assign. To appoint, allot. To specify, designate, point out authoritatively or exactly. Assimilate. To bring to a likeness or conformity. To appropriate so as to incorporate into itself, absorb as nourishment. To be or become assimilated. Assist. To give support to, help, aid, succor. Associate. To join as a friend, companion, partner, or accomplice. To join, connect, combine. To unite in company or action, keep company. Assortment. Act of assorting, assorted condition, that which is formed by assorting as a group or class. Assume. To take or adopt. To take to or on oneself as without authority. To pretend to possess. To take upon oneself, undertake. To take for granted, suppose. Assuming. Pretentious, presumptuous, arrogant. Assure. To give confidence to, convince, make sure or certain. To declare solemnly. Asterisk. A figure, star, of a star used in printing and writing as a reference mark. Astern. Backward to the rear, behind a vessel in the rear. Asteroid. A rocky stellar body. Asthma. A disease characterized by difficulty in breathing and a sense of constriction in the chest. Astigmatism. A defect of the eye or a lens which results in focusing problems. I have that. Astray. Wandering, straying. Astride. With one leg on each side. Astronomy. The science which treats of the heavenly bodies. Astute. Critically discerning, sagacious, shrewd. Asunder. Apart into parts. Atheism. Disbelief in or denial of the existence of God, godlessness. Athletic. Of or pertaining to athletes or athletics. Befitting an athlete, strong, robust. Atlas. A collection of maps in a volume. Atmosphere. The whole mass of air surrounding the Earth. Any surrounding or pervading influence. The air in any place. Atomic. Of or pertaining to atoms. Very minute, tiny. Atomize. To reduce to atoms or to a fine spray. Atone. To make amends for an offense, to expiate. Atonement. Reparation, expiation, amends. Atrocious. Savagely brutal, outrageously cruel or wicked. Attach. To take by legal authority, especially under a writ, as a means of enforcing a debt. There we go. I read. That was dumb. Sorry. To bind, fasten, tie, connect. Attachment. Act of attaching, state of being attached, close adherence or affection, fidelity, that by which one thing is attached to another. Connection. Attack. To fall upon or set upon with force, assault. To assail with unfriendly speech or writing, censor, as to attack one's reputation. To set to work on a task or problem. Attain. To reach or come to by motion, arrive at. To achieve, accomplish, gain, compass. Attend. To care for, take charge of, as to attend to a machine. To go with or stay with as a companion, nurse, or servant, serve, accompany, escort. Attentive. Heedful, observant, heedful of the comfort of others, courteous, regardful. Attest. To bear witness to, authenticate by signing as a witness, to afford proof of. Attic. The room or rooms immediately below the roof in a house. A garret. Attire. To dress, array, especially in clothes elegantly or splendidly. Dress, clothes, especially elegant or splendid clothing. Attitude. Posture, position assumed or studied to serve a purpose. Position or bearing as indicating action, feeling, or mood. Attract. To draw to or toward oneself or itself, especially to cause to approach, adhere, or combine. To draw by influence of a moral or emotional kind. Invite, allure. Attribute. To ascribe, impute, consider as due or appropriate. To assign. Auburn. Reddish brown. Audacity. Boldness, impudence. You guys have the audacity not to subscribe? What is this? No, I'm just kidding. Audible. Able to be heard. Audit. An examination, especially a formal or official examination and authentication of accounts. Auditorium. The part of a church, theater, or the like assigned to the audience. Augment. To increase. August. The 8th month of the year, having 31 days. Aunt. The sister of one's father or mother, also an uncle's wife. Auricle. The external ear, one of the two chambers of the heart that receive blood from the veins. Aurora. The light of dawn. Dawn. The aurora borealis. Aurora borealis. An atmospheric phenomenon consisting usually of streams of light radiating upward and outward towards the east and the west from the North Pole region. Auspicious. Giving promise of success. Propitious. Prosperous, fortunate, favoring. Authentic. Having a genuine, original, or authoritative source, genuine, real, as an authentic paper. Of approved authority, true, credible. Author. The beginner of anything, hence creator, originator. One who composes or writes something as a book, a composer, also an author's writings. Authority. Legal or rightful power, a right to command or to act. Dominion, jurisdiction, individual or group exercising power or command. Autobiography. A biography written by its subject, self-penned memoirs. Autocracy. Absolute supremacy. Supreme governing power in an individual, authority of an autocrat. Autocrat. An absolute sovereign, a monarch ruling by claim of absolute right. Despot. Autograph. That written with one's own hand, a person's own signature. Autumn. The season between summer and winter, often called fall. Avail. To be of use, to have strength, force, or efficacy, subject to accomplish the object in mind. To benefit, able, or help, available, at hand, usable. Avarice, excessive or inordinate desire of gain, covetousness, cupidity. Avenge, to take vengeance for, exact satisfaction for. Aversion, a state of mind in which attention to an object is coupled with dislike of it and desire to turn from it, an object of dislike or repugnance. Avert, to turn aside or away, a ward off or prevent the occurrence or effects of. Aviary, a place as a house for keeping birds confined. Aviation, art or science of locomotion by airplanes. Avidity, greediness, eagerness. Avoid, to keep away from, shun, abstain from. Await, to wait for, stay for, expect. To be in store for, be in waiting for. Aware, conscious, informed, cognizant. Away, from a place, hence, aside from one's possession, from a state of being into extinction or termination, out of existence as to the sleep the day away. Awe, profound reverence, solemn wonder, to strike or inspire with awe. A while, for a while or a short time. Awkward, not dexterous, clumsy, ungraceful, not easily managed or affected, embarrassing as an awkward affair. Axle, the pin or spindle on which a wheel revolves, or which revolves with a wheel. A transverse bar or shaft connecting the opposite wheel of a car. Okay, so we finished the first of 26 chapters of the dictionary, or of the Webster's Dictionary, or this edition, per se. Let's see, check on something real quick. Just gonna take a little break right now. Actually, no, we're staying on this. Oh my god. Have we seriously not gained any subscribers? Okay. No way. You're absolutely joking me. Kidding me. Not joking, kidding me. We're still at 86 subscribers. No, we've fallen back from 93 to 86 again. I mean, if you just have the, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Yeah, Diderot's. Yeah, I was very close, and I think I hit it as well. 100 subscribers. I think I hit it once. Never again. No lie. Well, this has been lovely. Doing this. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do B. There's a second chapter. Let's go. Actually, let me drink some water. I'm a grind. I said I'm gonna read the dictionary until I reach 100 subscribers. I'm doing that. It's happening. Babble. To utter words indistinctly or unintelligibly. Utter inarticulate sounds, to chatter, prate, to murmur as a brook. The baby, an infant. Baccalaureate. The degree of bachelor conferred by universities and colleges. Bachelor, a man of any age who is not married. Back, the hind part of the human body or of an animal's, the upper part from the neck to the end of the spine. The rear part of a thing. Backbone, the spine, firmness, moral principle. Backlog. Backlog, a large log of wood forming the back of a fire on the hearth. Backward, toward the back of or rear, with the back in advance or foremost. On the back or with the back downward, as to fall over backward. Bacon, the back and sides of a hog, salted and smoked. Bacteria, microscopic organisms, bad, injurious, hurtful, offensive, Well, actually, one second. I've been streaming this on Instagram as well. You guys are not gonna get this anymore. I'll have to end the stream. But go over to YouTube. That's where it's at. Trust me. Actually, no, wait. Hang on. I have a better idea. Give me 1 second. Boom. And then, hang on. Wait. And then, boom. There we go. Sorry. Sorry for that. We can hold this in. I'm gonna flip it over. Screw it. We're doing this back, or sideways. Why not? Sideways like this. There we go. I'm just trying to figure out a way to do this. Alright, there we go. We move. Bad. Injurious, hurtful, offensive, disagreeable, annoying, inadequate, unfit. Badge. A distinctive mark, token, or sign worn on the person. A mark or token. Badger. A burrowing animal with long claws on the forefeet. To tease or annoy, persistently worry. Baffle. To perplex, thwart, foil. Bag. A sack or pouch. Baggage. A container for carrying belongings during travel, luggage. Bake. To prepare as food by cooking in a dry heat. To dry or harden by subjecting to heat. Balance. An instrument for weighing. To counter or portion equally. Balcony. A projecting platform enclosed by parapet or railing. Bald. Lacking the natural or common covering on the head or top, as of hair, foliage, or feathers. Destitute. Yeah, no, it takes a while. Destitute of ornament, bale. Large bundle, to make into a bale. Balk, a hindrance, disappointment, check. Ball, a social assembly for dancing. Ballad, a simple song of any kind, specifically a romantic song. A popular kind of short narrative poem. Balloon, a bag or envelope as of silk or rubber, filled with gas lighter than air, so as to rise and float in the atmosphere. Ballot, any object, especially a printed ticket used in secret voting. Act or system of secret voting or loosely open voting by tickets or ballots. Bamboo, a tree-like tropical plant of the grass family. Ban, prohibitive proclamation. Prohibit. Bandage, a strip usually of cloth used in dressing wounds, etc. To bind, dress, or cover with a bandage. Bandit, an outlaw, lawless marauder. Thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate it. Bane, any cause of ruin or injury. Bang, to beat or thump with a resounding blow. A resounding blow. Thump, whack. A sudden noise as from a heavy blow or explosion. Bangle, an ornamental circlet as of glass, gold, or silver. Bank, a ridge of earth, anything shaped like a ridge of earth. A shoal, shelf, or shallow in the sea bottom, as the Newfoundland banks. A steep slope as of a hill. An office for banking purposes. Bankrupt, being unable to pay or discharged from paying one's debts. To render penniless. Banquet, a feast, a ceremonious feast followed by speeches. To feast. Baptism, act of baptizing, especially as a Christian sacrament. Any act of experience by which one is purified, initiated, etc. Bar, a slender, rigid piece of wood, metal, etc. Barbarian, a foreigner, especially in speech and manners, a rude, uncivilized person. Barber, one whose occupation it is to shave, trim beards, cut the hair, etc. To shave, trim, or dress the beard or hair. I need one. Bare, naked, nude, with head bare, open to view. Barely, nakedly, without concealment or disguise, but just scarcely, hardly. Bargain. An agreement between parties settling what each shall give and receive in a transaction. Agreement. A thing got by bargaining. A purpose, especially an advantageous purpose. Bark. To utter a short explosive cry. Barley. A hardy, bearded cereal grass, also its seed or grain, used as food and in making malt. Barn. A covered building used chiefly for storing grain, hay, etc. A building in which to keep horses, vehicles, etc. Barometer. An instrument for determining the weight or pressure of an atmosphere. Barrack. A building or group of buildings for lodging soldiers. Barrel. A round bulging vessel or cask having flat ends or heads. The quantity of constituting a full barrel. A drum or cylinder or similarly round part, hollow or solid. Barricade, any bar or obstruction. Barrier, a fence or railing to mark the limits of a place. Barter, to exchange economic commodities. Base, the bottom of anything considered as its support, that on which a thing rests for support. Foundation, the chief ingredient of anything, viewed as its fundamental constituent. Basement, the floor of a building beneath the ground floor, usually an underground floor. Bashful, excessively modest, shy, retiring. Basic, of or pertaining to the base or base. Fundamental, basis, foundation, base, chief component, groundwork. Basket, a vessel made of osiers, rushes, splints, or other flexible material interwoven. The contents of a basket. Baste, to wet, with melted butter, fat, etc. Bat, a stout, solid stick, a club with one end thicker or broader than the other, used in baseball, cricket, etc. Bat, any numerous mammals having the forelimbs modified to form wings. Bath, the act of cleansing the body by immersion in water, a quantity or supply of water prepared for bathing. Battery, law, physical assault. Battle, a general encounter between armies or ships. Engagement, fighting of armed forces. War. Battleship, one of a class of the largest, most heavily armed and armored vessels. Bawl, to cry out with a loud, full sound. To shout, to cry loudly as from pain. Howl, a loud, prolonged cry, outcry. I'll bawl if I don't make 100 subscribers, bro. Beard, facial hair worn on the chin and cheeks, any of certain appendages likened to a man's beard, as a goat's beard or the beard of a grain. Beat, to strike repeatedly, to punish by blows. Thrash, to overcome in a contest, game, etc. Vanquish, surpass. Beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, because, by or for the cause that, for the reason that, since. Beckon, to signal or call by or as by a motion of the hand, finger, or head. Become, to pass from one state to another, to come to be, to suit or be suitable to, benefit, accord with. Becoming, suitable, proper, appropriate, or fit. Bed, that upon or within which one sleeps or rests. Beef, the flesh of a steer or cow used for food. Beer, a brewed liquor made with malted grain, commonly barley, and flavored with hops. Before, on the forepart, in front, in advance, in time past, previously, earlier, sooner. Beforehand, in advance as by way of forethought. Befriend, to act as a friend to. Befuddle, to becloud and confuse as with liquor. Beg, to ask for as of charity, especially habitually as he begs his bread. To supplicate for, beseech, entreat. Begin, to do the first act or take the first step. Start, to come into existence. Commence, to start, to set about, commence. Behave, to carry, conduct, used reflexively, to act, conduct oneself or itself often to conduct oneself well or properly. Behavior, act or manner of behaving, conduct, bearing, deportment. Behind, back in place or time, not yet produced or exhibited to view, remaining still to come, after the set or proper time, late, slow as a watch, toward the back as to look behind. Beholder. Hang on. Beholder. There we go. A spectator, looker on. Behoove. To be proper for or incumbent on, as it behooves you to go. Being. Existence, life, that which exists. Belated. Delayed. Belief, a state or habit of mind in which trust is placed in some thing or thing, some person or thing. Trust, confidence, thing, believed, doctrine, creed. Believe, to have faith or confidence, to exercise belief or faith. To think, judge, to regard, accept, or hold as true. Also to think, consider. Belittle, to make little or less, speak of in a deprecatory way. Just leave it at that. Bell, a hollow, often cup-shaped metallic vessel, giving forth a ringing sound when struck. A bell rung to tell the hours. Also a stroke of such a bell, especially on a shipboard. Below, in a lower place with respect to any object. Beneath, prep, under or lower than, in rank, in place, rank, value, etc. Bench, a long seat, the seat where the judges sit in court, hence office or dignity of judge. The judges collectively or judge sitting in court, also a court, a long work table. Beneficial, conferring benefits, helpful, advantageous. Benefit, act of kindness, favor, gift, whatever promotes prosperity and personal happiness, advantage, profit. To give or to receive, benefit, profit. Benevolence, quality of being benevolent. Disposition to do good, an act of kindness. Bent, a leaning or bias, tendency of mind, disposition. Bequeath, to give or leave by will, to hand down, transmit. Best, having good qualities in the highest degree, most excellent, most productive of good, most advantageous, serviceable, etc. Bestow, to dispose, to deposit. Stow, to give or confer as in marriage. Betray, to deliver to the enemy by treachery or fraud. To fail or desert in need. To mislead, to disclose or reveal. Betterment, a making better, improvement, permanent improvement as of property. Between, in the space which separates betwixt from one to another of. In common to, in the joint possession of, by the united action of. Beware, to be on one's guard, to take care, to have a care for. Beyond, farther away, at a distance, yonder. Prep, of space or time, on or to the farther side of, farther on or away than. Out of the reach or sphere of, greater than, further than. Biannual, occurring twice per year. Bibliography, the history of or description of books, a list of books relating to a given subject. Biceps, the large muscle of the front of the upper arm. Bicycle, a light vehicle having two wheels, one behind the other, and propelled by the rider's feet acting on the pedals. Bide, to wait for. Big, large in size, bulk, or extent. Bigamy, act of marrying one person when already legally married to another. Bigness, quality or state of being big. Bigot, a person who's intolerant of opinions which conflict with his own. Bilateral, having two sides. Bill, an invoice, a draft of a law presented to a legislature for enactment. Bin, a box, frame, crib, or enclosed place used as a receptacle, as a coal bin. Bind, to tie or confine with a cord, band, chain, or the like. To confine, restrain, or hold by a physical force or influence of any kind. To cover as with bandage. Biography, the written history of a person's life. Biographical writing or composition in general. Biology, science of life, science with treats of plants and animals. Bird, any of a class of warm-blooded egg-laying animals having the body more or less completely covered with feathers and forelimbs modified into wings. Bird's eye, seen from above as if by a flying bird, hence general, not a minute. Birthday, day of birth, origin, or commencement, the anniversary of one's birth. Birthmark, some peculiar mark or blemish on the body of a birth. At birth. Biscuit, a kind of unraised bread baked hard into flat cakes. A small cake of bread raised and shortened, or made light with soda or baking powder. Bishop, a clergyman of the highest order in various Christian churches. Bison, a large bovine quadruped with massive shaggy forequarters and head. Bisque, a kind of rich soup. Bit, the biting or cutting edge or part of a tool. Bitter, having a peculiar, characteristically disagreeable taste. Painful, distressful, characterized by severity or cruelty. Harsh, caustic. Bitters, a liquor generally spirituous in which a bitter herb, leaf, or root is steeped. Biweekly, occurring or appearing every 2 weeks. A biweekly publication. Blab, to talk foolishly or idly. Chatter, babble, to speak, talk, or tell unnecessarily or thoughtlessly. Black, destitute of light or incapable of reflecting it. Soiled with dirt, foul, dismal, gloomy, or forbidding, like darkness. Destitute of moral light or goodness, wicked. Blackguard, a person or low character, especially one who is scurrilous or abusive. A scoundrel, to revile or abuse scurrilously. Low, abusive, scurrilous. Blackmail, extortion by threats of public accusation or exposure. Extort money by intimidation. Blade, a leaf of a plant, the flat or expanded portion of a leaf, especially of grass. The thin, cutting part of an instrument. A sword, also one who bears an edged weapon. Blame, to censor, find fault with, reproach. Expression of disapproval, censor, fault, culpability. Blanch, to take the color out of, make white, bleach, to become white. Blank, free from writing, printing, or marks. Empty, voidless, fruitless. Lacking variety or interest, expressionless, vacant. Blast, a violent gust of wind, the sound made by a wind instrument. A sudden pernicious effect. Blight, blatant, a completely obvious. A glowing flame or fire, intense direct light, accompanied by heat. An active display of quality, outburst, splendor, effulgence, there we go. Blazer, a sport coat. Bleach, to make whiter or white or whiter. Blanch, whiten, to grow white or lose color, whiten. Blemish, to injure, mar, sully. Bless, to consecrate or hallow by religious rite or work. To pray for the happiness of, to make happy, confer prosperity or happiness on. To praise or glorify. Blessed, hallowed, holy, favored with blessings, happy, enjoying spiritual happiness. Blind, sightless, not having or not using discernment or judgment. Difficult or impossible to see, dim, hidden. Having no opening for a light or passage as a wall, blank. Having but one opening as an alley. Unintelligible, also illegible. Blindfold, to cover the eyes of as with a bandage. Blink, to look with eyes half shut, to see indistinctly. To wink, to look evasively or indifferently. Bliss, gladness, enjoyment, exalted happiness, heavenly joy. Blister, a vesicle of the skin caused by a burn or other injury. Any cavity resembling a blister. To affect or be affected with a blister or blisters. Blizzard, a dry, cold, violent storm with high wind and a fine driving snow. Bloat, to cause to swell up as with air, water, etc. To puff up, inflate, make vain. To puff out, swell. Block, a bulky, solid piece of wood, stone, or the like, usually with one or more flat faces. A row of houses or shops, especially when built in contact so as to form one building. Blockade. The shutting up of a place by troops or ships so as to prevent ingress or egress. An obstruction to a passage. To subject to blockade. Blockhead. A stupid fellow. Dolt. Blonde. Of a fair color, having light-colored hair. Blood. The fluid commonly red in vertebrates which circulates in the heart, arteries, veins of an animal. Of animals. Relationship by descent from a common ancestor, kinship, or kindred. Bloodshot. Red and inflamed, suffused with blood set of the eye. Blooming. Blossoming, flowering, thriving in health, beauty, and vigor. Blossom. The flower of a seed plant. Bloom. A blooming period of stage of development. To flower, bloom. Blotch. A blot or spot as of ink. To cover with blotches, make or cause a blotch. A blouse. A loose, shirt-like overgarment of various lengths and styles. Blow. A forcible stroke with the hand, fist, or some instrument. A sudden or forcible act of effort. Assault. A sudden calamity. Bludgeon. A short club with one end weighted or thick and heavier than the other. Blue. Having the color of the clear sky, or hue resembling it. Low in spirits, melancholy, tending to produce low spirits. Colloquial. Severe or restrict in morals, suiting one of restricted morals. Bluebird. A small songbird native east of the Rocky Mountains in North America. Blunder. To move clumsily, stumble, to make a gross error or mistake. 1 sec. So 89 subs. Blunt. Not sensitive, obtuse in feeling or perception. Dull-witted, stupid. Having a thick edge or point as an instrument. Dull. Abrupt in speech or manners. Blur. To make indistinct and confused. To cause imperfect vision in. Dim. To become blurred or obscure. Blurt. To utter suddenly and indiscreetly, commonly without. Bluster. To blow fitfully and noisily as the wind. Be windy and boisterous as the weather. To talk with noisy violence. Board. A piece of timber sawed thin, relatively broad and long. Boat. A small open vessel or watercraft usually moved by oars or paddles. Any vessel for navigating the water. A vehicle or utensil suggestive of a boat. To go in a boat. Bodily. Of or pertaining to the body in bodily form, in the body in respect to the whole body, all at once, completely. Body. The whole material organism of an animal or plant, the central or main part. A person, a human being. Boil. To be agitated by the generation and rising of bubbles and of vapor. Set of a liquid. To be agitated like boiling water. To seethe. To be excited with passion. Boisterous. Tumultuously violent, rough, turbulent, loud. Boldness. State or quality of being brash. Bolster. A long pillow or cushion for a bed. To support with a bolster or pillow. To support, hold up, or maintain, especially with difficulty. Yes, I am losing my mind. Bombard. To attack with artillery or bombs. Bonafide. In good faith, without fraud or deceit. Bonanza. In mining, a rich ore body, hence anything that yields a large income. Bonfire. A large fire built in the open air. Bonnet. A head covering worn by women and children out of doors, especially tied on with strings. Bonus. Something given beyond what is usual or strictly due. Boo. An exclamation used to frighten. Book. A literary composition of considerable length, a collection of sheets of paper bound together, usually a printed and bound volume. Bookkeeping. Art or practice of keeping a systematic records of business transactions. Boomerang. A curved or angular club used as a missile weapon. Bore. A peasant, especially an awkward, ill-bred countryman. A rude, ill-bred person. Border. The outer part or edge, margin. A boundary or frontier, pertaining to a boundary, district, or frontier. Boss. A master workman, superintendent, manager, to be master over, direct. Botany, the science of plants and plant life. Both, the one and the other, the two as well, not only equally. Bother, to annoy, worry, perplex. To feel care or anxiety, one who or that which bothers, embarrassment, worry. Bottle, a hollow vessel, usually of glass or earthenware, with a narrow neck or mouth and without handles. The contents of a bottle. Intoxicating liquor, to enclose in or as in a bottle. Bottom, the part of anything under and supporting the contents of bulk, under surface, foot, base, foundation, bed of a body of water, low alluvial land along a river. Boulevard, a broad avenue. Boundary, that which indicates or fixes a limit as of a territory. Bounty, liberality in giving, that which is given liberally. A reward, a premium to encourage an industry. Bouquet, a bunch of flowers, a perfume aroma as of wine. Bowl, a concave vessel to hold liquids, etc., a part suggestive of a bowl. Box, a case or other receptacle, usually having a lid or cover. Driver's seat on a carriage, a limited compartment in a public place, as in a theater, or its occupants. Boy, a male child from birth to about 14 years of age, a youth. Boycott, to refrain from the use of, keep aloof from, a combining to withhold business and social relations from a tradesman, etc. Bracket, a projecting supporting piece used to set something off from the context, to place within brackets. Brain, invertebrate animals, the large mass of a nerve tissue enclosed in a skull or cranium. Understanding, intellect. Brake, and any device for retarding or stopping by friction, to apply a brake to. Brandy, a spirituous liquor distilled from wine or sometimes from the fermented juice of peaches, cherries, or apples. Apples, a flavor or treat with brandy. Brass, an alloy of copper and zinc, and sometimes tin. Brass utensils, ornaments, and musical instruments, etc. Brawl, to quarrel noisily, to make a loud, confused noise, noisy quarrel. Breach, act of breaking, gap or opening made by breaking. Break, a breaking or infraction of a law, obligation or tie, a breaking up of amicable relations, rupture. Bread, a common article of food made by flour or meal. Breakdown, a breaking down, failure. Breast, the forepart of the body between the neck and the belly. Breath, an exhalation or emanation. Air inhaled and exhaled in respiration, a single respiration. A very slight breeze. Breathless. I'm very breathless right now. Holding the breath from fear, expectation, or intense interest. Not in the same way that they defined it, though. Breeze, a gentle wind. Brew, to prepare as beer by steeping or fermentation, or infusion and fermentation. To foment. Plot. Bribery, act or practice of giving or accepting payment for favors. Brick, a building and paving material made from clay, molding into bricks and baked in the sun or by fire. Also one of these blocks, any of the various oblong rectangular masses. Bridal, of or pertaining to a bride or a wedding. Nuptial. Bride, a woman newly married or about to be married. Bridge, a structure erected over depression or an obstacle, as a river, railroad, etc., carrying a passageway. Brigade, a body of troops consisting of 2 or more regiments. Any body of persons organized to act or march together. Brighten, to make or grow bright. Brim, edge or margin, brink, border, rim, or upper edge of a dish to other vessel. The projecting edge of a rim or hat, to fill or be full to the brim. I do? Wait. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. I was like, what the heck? What did you say there? Yeah. Bring. Now, I was reading the chat, by the way, if you were wondering. I was like, oh no, I have a final. No, it's summer break. I forgot. Bring, to convey from a more distant to a nearer place, to procure in or as an exchange, fetch, produce. British, of or pert to general Britain or its inhabitants. The language of the ancient Britons, the people of Great Britain. Brittle, breaking easily and suddenly, like glass, fragile. Broad, wide, extended in breadth, spacious, vast, clear, full, plain, evident, obvious. Broadcast, a casting of seed in all direction, transmission of the airwaves, cast or scattering in all directions, widely diffused. Broadcloth, hang on 1 second. My eyes are hurting too. You don't understand. We're at 89 subscribers. I swear we were at 100 before. What am I doing with my life? I should just make good videos. I do make good videos as well. Okay. Broadcloth. A kind of fine, smooth woolen cloth, usually of double width. Broaden. To grow or to make broad. Broadside. A knot. The side of a ship above the waterline. From bow to quarter. A broad surface. Brocade. Silk stuff woven with gold and silver threads, or ornamented with raised flowers, foliage, etc. Broil. To cook by direct exposure to heat. To heat over a fire. To subject to great heat. To be subjected to great heat as meat over a fire. Act of broiling, also something broiled. Broken. Violently separated or fractured, sundered, subdued, crushed, violated as a vow. Broker. A dealer in money, notes, drafts, stocks, etc. Bronze. An alloy chiefly of copper and tin, a statue of bust or the like of bronze, the yellowish or reddish brown bronze color, to give the appearance of bronze to. Brooch. An ornamental clasp. Brook. A natural stream of water smaller than a river or creek. Broom. Any of the several European shrubs, and implement of sweeping. Broth. Liquid in which meat, or sometimes barley or rice, has been boiled. Thin soup. Browse. Tender shoots or twigs fit for food of cattle, green food. A browser. To eat or nibble off as tender branches. Look around casually. Bruise. To injure as by a blow without laceration, contuse. To batter or indent as with the fists. To break as in a mortar. Crush. To fight with the fists. An injury without laceration as from a blow with a blunt of or heavy instrument. A contusion. Brunette. Having brown hair. A brunette person. Brush. An implement of composed or bristles or the like set in a back or handle. The bushy tail of some animals, especially of the fox. Brute. Irrational, unthinking, without life or sensibility, inanimate, soulless. I'm becoming a brute. Brutal, savage, coarse, sensual. Bubble. A thin film of liquid inflated with air or gas. A small body of air or gas within a liquid or a transparent solid. Bucket. A vessel for carrying, holding, or carrying something as water, coal, etc. The quantity of a bucket will hold. Buckle. A certain device for uniting two loose ends, as of a belt or strap. Buckshot. A coarse leaden shot. Buckwheat. An herb much cultivated for its triangular seeds, which are ground into flour. Also the seed or the flower, bud, bought. An undeveloped shoot or stem consisting of rudimentary foliage or floral leaves. Buffet. Cupboard or set of shelves for displaying silver, china, etc. A counter for refreshments, a restaurant. Busy. Engaged in some business, hard at work, constantly or actively at work. But. Outside of, without, except, save, that. Butter, the fatty substance got from milk or cream by agitation as by churning. Buzz. To make a low, continuous humming sound as that made by bees. That's the second chapter of the dictionary complete. 24 more to go. Hang on, how many subs are we at? I beg we're something more than 89. Alright. 89. Damn it. What did I expect? People on Instagram Live, please subscribe. I beg. I actually beg right now. Yeah. What's good, Diego? My life, it hurts right now. My throat hurts right now. Not in the way that you're thinking. Alright? Not in the way that you're thinking. But it's in the way that you're thinking. Who knew 2 chapters of the dictionaries take so long? We're only this much of this book. Are you kidding me, bro? I'm raging. I'm absolutely raging right now. But you know, we move, I suppose. How many subs are we at? Real quick, what's going on here? Alright, okay. We're 90. Thank you, Luke M. I appreciate it. You're saving my throat. And yeah. Thank you. Alright. The third not third narration. The third chapter of the dictionary is gonna begin now, I suppose. Cabbage, a common leafy vegetable. Cabin, a small house. Cabinet, a case, set of drawers or cupboard. A body of advisors. Cable, a strong rope. Caboose, a car on a train. Cackle, to make the sharp, broken noise of a hen. To laugh or chatter with a noise like a hen's cackle. Act or noise of cackling, idle talk. Cake, a sweetened mixture of flour and other ingredients baked in a loaf or mass. I can think of other words for cake, or other definitions for cake. Calcium, a soft silver white metal. Calculate, to compute, estimate, to adjust, adapt, or fit for a purpose. To count or rely. Calculation, act, process, or result of calculating a forecast. Calf, a young cow, the fleshy part of the leg below the knee. Calling, act of one that calls as of crying aloud. An invitation, vocation. Callous, hardened, insensible. Calm, freedom from motion or disturbance, to make or become calm. Not stormy, serene, tranquil. Camel, either of 2 large animals used for transportation in the desert regions of Africa and Asia. Thank you, Nikolai Morozov. I appreciate it. Callous, hardened, insensible. Calm, freedom from motion or disturbance, to make or become calm, not stormy, serene, tranquil. Camel, either of 2 large animals used for transportation in the desert regions of Africa and Asia. Yes, save Yax. Do that. Do that, yes. Alright. Camel, either of 2 large animals used for transportation in the desert regions of Africa and Asia. Camellia, a greenhouse shrub with red or white rose-like flowers. Camera, a device for taking photographs. Campaign, a series of military operations forming a distinct stage in a war, any similar undertaking to serve in or go on a campaign. Campus, the grounds of a college or school. Can, a vessel of sheet metal of various forms, to put in a can or cans. Canadian, of or pertaining to Canada or her people, a native of Canada. Canal, an artificial channel filled with water for navigation, irrigation, etc. Canary, a canary bird, a light yellow color. Cancel, to annul. Candid, fair, open. Candid, preserved in or without or with sugar as fruit, converted with sugar or candy. Candle, a slender rounded body of tallow, wax, or the like, containing a wick burned to give light. Candor, frankness, candy, a confection usually flavored, made of sugar or molasses boiled down and crystallized. Cane, can, cane, cane, sorry. Bot, any whole, hollow or pithy jointed stem, usually slender or more or less flexible. A walking stick. Canine, however pertaining to the family consisting of dogs, wolves, jackals, and foxes. Anatomy, pertaining to or designating the pointed tooth next to the incisors. A member of the canine family. Canister, a small box or case for tea, coffee, etc. Canon, a law or rule of church doctrine or discipline, a general rule, law, or truth. Canonize, to declare a deceased person a saint. Canopy, a covering fixed over a bed, dye, or the like, an overhanging shelter or shade. Cantaloupe, a variety of muskmelon having a hard furrowed rind and orange. Flesh loosely in muskmelon. Canteen, a sort of shop connected with a military post for supplying extra provisions to the enlisted men. A small vessel or flask used for carrying liquids. Canvass, to go through a district in order to solicit orders, votes, etc. Cap, a brimless covering for the head, anything like or suggestive of. A cap, to cover with or as with cap. Also a lie. Capable, competent, capacity, power of receiving or containing. Active mental power. Caper, to lead, to leap or jump about in sprightly way. Skip, capital, of primary importance, chief in a political sense, of first-rate quality. Capitalist, one whose capital, the Ephes at Washington in which Congress holds its sessions, also a state house. Capitulate, make terms of surrender. 1 second. Alright, we're 95. We're at 95. Let's go. Okay. Make terms of surrender. Capitulate, make terms of surrender. Caprice, an abrupt change in feeling, opinion, or action due to a whim or fancy. Captain, a chief or leader. Caption, the heading of a chapter, section, page, or article. Captivate, to fascinate by art or attraction. Captive, a prisoner, made or held prisoner. Capture, an act of seizing by force or stratagem. The thing captured, to seize by force. Carbon dioxide, a heavy, colorless, and odorless gas. Card, a piece of stiff paper bearing designs or information such as a playing card or business card. Cardiac, of, pertaining to, or situated near the heart. Careful, taking care or heed, cautious. Careless, free from care, inattentive. Caress, to fondle, pet, a caressing motion. Cargo, the freight of a ship or other vessel. Carnal, animal, fleshly. Carnival, any merrymaking, feasting, etc. Carnivorous, eating meat. Carol, a song usually of joy or mirth, to sing especially joyfully, to praise or celebrate in song. Carouse, a drinking match or bout, to drink deeply. Carpenter, an artisan who frames and builds houses, furniture, etc. Carriage, an act of carrying, the price or expense of carrying, manner of carrying one's body or self. Carte blanche, unconditional terms of power. Cartoon, a pictorial character, to make a cartoon of. Carve, to cut, sculpt, to cut into pieces or slices as meat at table. Cascade, the fall of water over precipice. Case, an instance, condition. Cash, money, to exchange checks, bonds, etc. for cash. Cast, to throw, to project, to deposit or place the actors in a film or play as a group. Thank you, troll. Castle, a large fortified building or set of buildings, fortress. Casual, happening without design and unexpectedly, coming without regularity, having the air of a chance occurrence. Cataract, a waterfall, a flood. Catching, communicable, captivating. Why do I have to read such hard words? Catechism, instruction by question and answer. A book containing a summary of principles, especially religious, in the form of questions and answers. Cathedral, the head church of a diocese, improperly. Any large church. Caucus, in a meeting of the members or leaders of a party or faction to decide on the policies or candidates to be supported. Causation, act of causing. Causality, cause, that which produces an effect or result, the person or thing that brings about or does something. Caution, a warning, wariness, to warn, cautious, wary. Cave, cavern, den. Cease, to stop, to discontinue. Cedar, any of various trees, chiefly of the pine family, having fragrant, durable wood. Ceiling, the overhead lining of a room, an upper limit. Celestial, of or pertaining to the sky. Divine, cell, the fundamental component of all living things. A small hollow receptacle, as in a honeycomb. A small room, especially in a monastery or prison. Cellar, a room or set of rooms below the surface of the ground. Cement, a substance used in a soft state to cover bricks in building, cover floors, etc., which afterwards becomes hard like stone. To unite by or overlay with. To overlay with cement. To join as if with cement. Cent, the 100th part of a unit in various monetary systems, or a coin of this value. Center, middle point of a circle or sphere, middle of or central point or part of anything. Central, relating to the center. Century, a period of 100 years. Ceremonial, of or pertaining to ceremony, characterized by or of the nature of ceremony. A system of rules and ceremonies, as in worship, ritual. A ceremonial usage of formality, a rite. Ceremony, a formal act or series of acts, often symbolical, prescribed by law, custom, or authority in matters of religion or of state, etc. Certain, fixed, reliable, not to be doubted or denied. Sure, designated, some specific thing or person not further described. Certificate, a certified statement. Cessation, a stop. Chair, a movable single seat with a back. Chalk, a soft limestone composed of certain minute seashells. Chalk-like material, a piece of such material. Chamber, a room in a house, especially a bedroom. A hall for deliberative meetings. Yes, we're at 98 subs. Let's go. Let's do this. We're almost there. Chamber, a room in a house, especially a bedroom. A hall for deliberative meetings. Champagne, a white sparkling wine made in the old provinces of Champagne, France. Also any wine of this type. It's good to know. Champion, defender, one acknowledged supreme to attend or defend as a champion. Chandelier, a branched lighting fixture, especially one hanging from the ceiling. Change, to alter by substituting something for or by giving up for something else. To give and take reciprocally. Exchange, to make different, turn, convert. Changeable, capable of changing, to appearing different in different lights or circumstances. Channel, the bed of a natural stream, the deeper part of a waterway. Chaos, any confused state of things. Chapter, a main division of a book, treatise, or the like. Character, a distinctive mark, a symbol used in writing or print. Charcoal, carbon made from vegetable or animal substance, especially coal made by charring wood in a kin. Charge, to load, laid, to task or load with mentally. To place a charge as of powder, electricity, or gas within or upon. Charitable, liberal in benefactors of or pertaining to charity. Forgiving. Charity, liberality in judging men or actions, assistance to those in need, whatever is given to the needy. I'm in need of charity, boys and girls. Let's go with that. charm, there's citing of magic verse, amulet, that which fascinates, charming, fascinating, charter, an instrument in writing from the sovereign state of a state or sovereign power of a state or country granting or guaranteeing rights, or writing from the authorities of an order or society creating a lodge or branch. I'm at 100 subs? Nah, you. Alright, wait, if I'm at 100 subs, I have to keep going. I'll have to keep going if I'm at 100 subs. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep going, simply because the last time I left at 100 subs, it dropped. It immediately dropped. So I'm gonna continue. And oh no. Yeah, and the Instagram live stream's gone, unfortunately, because one of you guys is subscribing, or is calling me.
Dude, hello?
Thiago, you're on live stream right now. On the live stream right now.
Yeah. Congratulations, you hit 100 subscribers.
I'm gonna have to keep going though, cause I hit 100 subscribers like literally, like an hour ago, but then I dropped significantly. So now I'm just gonna keep going until we reach like 105 or something.
Yeah, here's the thing. I subscribed to you on like 2 different alls just now. I think I was still 100 subscribed.
Hey, I don't have anything to give away because I'm poor, but yeah.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't give away. Congratulate you on your 100 subscribers.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
If you want, you can stop because you already reached your goal. But like.
No, I wanna have it set in YouTube Studio. Basically, by 3 a.m. tonight, I have to get 100. I have to be at 100 subs.
What? So you're telling me that you're gonna be reading the dictionary for an additional 6 hours?
Probably. Hopefully.
Oh my God.
I gotta do what I gotta do, bro.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. Just tell people to not subscribe or tell your friends.
Yeah, I already picked a lot of people on several Discord servers of people that I know.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I gotta hang up.
Alright, yeah, see ya. Bye. Thank you. Oh god. People were calling me. Not now. I don't want to rate your calling quality. Yes. Yes, 500, 100 subscribers. There it is. I don't know if it will focus or not. But yeah, there you go. But thank you guys so much. I will continue for a little bit and then I'll end the stream. Don't unsubscribe, please. I beg. Oh, you need the stimulation? I got you. I got you. SP combustion? I got you. I forgot. Yeah. I'll continue for a little bit longer. Okay. That's for you guys that just dropped in. So yeah. Let's go. Catechism. Instruction by question and answer. A book containing a summary of principles, especially religious, in the form of questions and answers. What do you mean I'll lose subscribers if... No. What? No, that can't be. What are you saying? What are you saying? I cannot and will not lose my subscriber count anymore. But thank you guys so much. If you were just here to help me get 100 subscribers, I thank you so much. I'm gonna just continue for a little longer, just to make sure that I'm right there, and then I'll go, or I won't go. I'll be making content. I'll be editing the next video coming out Friday. So yeah, be sure to be out for that, or be ready for that, like 5 p.m. or something, 6 p.m. So yeah. I will continue until I reach chatter. Alright? So this is quite some time till then. Cathedral. The head church of a diocese, improperly any large church. Caucus. A meeting of the members or leaders of a party or faction to decide on policies or candidates to be supported. Causation. Act of causing causality. I gotta work, bro. I gotta put in the work. That's the only way I'm going to do this. Cause. That which produces an effect or result. The person or thing that brings about or does something. Caution. warning, wariness to warn, cautious, wary, cave, cavern, den, cease, to stop, to discontinue, cedar. One of various trees, chiefly of the pine family, having fragrant, durable wood. Ceiling, to overhead, lining of a room, an upper limit. Celestial, of or pertaining to the sky, divine. Cell, the fundamental component of all living things. A small hollow receptacle, as in a honeycomb. A small room, especially in a monastery or prison. Cellar, a room or set of rooms below the surface of the ground. Cement, a substance used in a soft state to join bricks in a building, cover floors, etc., which afterwards become hard like stone. To unite by or overlay with cement. To join as if with cement. Cent, the hundredth part of a unit in various monetary systems or a coin of this value. Center, middle point of a center or sphere. Middle or central point or part of anything. Central, relating to the center. Century, period of 100 years. Ceremonial, of or pertaining to ceremony, characterized by or of the nature of a ceremony. A system of rules and ceremonies, as in worship ritual. A ceremonial usage of formality, a rite. Ceremony, a formal act or series of acts, often symbolical, prescribed by law, custom, or authority in masters of religion, etc., of state, of set, etc. Certain, fixed, reliable, not to be doubted or denied, sure, designated some specific thing or person not further described. Certificate, a certified statement. Cessation, a stop. Chair, a movable single seat with a back. Chalk, a soft limestone composed of certain minute seashells, chalk-like material, a piece of material. Chamber, a room in a house, especially a bedroom, a hall for deliberative meetings. Champagne, a white sparkling wine made. I read this part. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna jump to chandelier. Let's go chandelier. A branched light fixture, especially one hanging from the ceiling. Change, to alter by substituting something for or by giving up something else. To give or take reciprocally. Exchange, to make different, turn, convert. Changeable, capable of changing, appearing different in different lights or circumstances. Channel, the bed of a natural stream, the deeper part of a waterway. Chaos, any confused state of things. Chapter, a main division of a book, treatise, or the like. Character, a distinctive mark, a symbol used in writing or print. Charcoal, carbon made from vegetable or animal substance, especially coal made by charring wood in a kin. Charge, to load, laid, to task or load with mentally. To place a charge as of the powder, electricity, or gas within or upon. Charitable, liberal in benefactions of or pertaining to charity, forgiving. Charity, liberality in judging men or actions, assistance to those in need, whatever is giving to the needy. Charm, the reciting of magic verse, amulet, that which fascinates. Charming, fascinating. Charter, an instrument in writing from the sovereign power of a state or country granting or guaranteeing rights. A writing from the authorities of an order of society creating a lodge or branch. Chase, to cause to flee, to hunt, an act of chasing or persuading or pursuing, hunting. Chaste, virtuous, modest, due in design and expression. Chat, to talk in a light and familiar manner, light, familiar talk. Chatter, to utter rapid, inarticulate but speech-like sounds. To jabber, to make noise by the rapid collisions of the teeth. To utter rapidly, idly, or indistinctly. Act or noise of chattering. So that's the end of my narration of the Webster's Dictionary. Yeah, the Webster's Dictionary. If you, I'll probably continue from that point, from that word, soon. Not soon. I hope not soon. But anyway, I'm at 100 subscribers. I beg that YouTube does not do this to me. We're at 102. Thank you guys so much. Oh my god, you don't know how much this means to me. Like 100 subscribers is big. Like it's a big amount. So I really, really, really appreciate it. every single one of you guys who subscribed in this stream and who subscribed from the beginning as well. I really, really appreciate it. Um, and I just want to, I just want to say thank you, really. Um, and that does not mean that I'm stopping the content stream. Obviously, I'm not going to be uploading daily vlogs anymore, because I did say that June 30th, or I would be daily vlogging in the month of June. And I mean, in the end, we reached 100 subscribers, and I have one more upload to do for that one. So, in the end, we've reached 100k, not 100k subs, 100 subs. I just read 1k subs. 1k subs, hopefully next year. You never know. But I'm trying to make the videos bigger and better. And the next video coming up in 2 days time, should be really fun to watch. And actually, a certain someone in this chat, or who is watching this right now, is in that video. So, you know who you are, probably. But yeah, I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Peace. I end the stream.